Hey! So we're going to talk about My Immortal today, and I've got lots of people hanging out. Hopefully we're in frame.
It's Knit!
The important news is that the author of My Immortal has been found through a series of posts on Fiction Press, followed by some investigative journalism by the whole of the internet. Rose Christo has been revealed as the true author of My Immortal. For those of you who don't know, which why are you watching this channel if you don't know what My Immortal is? My Immortal is a notorious Harry Potter fanfiction from 2006 that is a glorious,
For real.
glorious piece of literature. Très magnifique. It's absolutely, clearly perfect. No one could have written anything better.
Inspired hundreds of derivative works by Tiana and the Cliffhangers and no one else.
No, that's not true. There is a web series.
Yeah.
There's a web series?
Yes.
Yeah,
There is a
God.
My Immortal web series. There are several albums. There are lots of
But
songs.
most importantly,
There's
there's
a
an
comic
audiobook.
book. There is an
There's
audio
two
book.
audiobooks. Because there's Tiana's, and then there's the one that Jay listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a different one.
Yes.
And then there's also a comic book and probably a lot of other stuff that we just don't even know about. It is about a girl named Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. She is not related to Gerard Way, just in case you would get that confused. She's concerned about you getting that confused too, so she puts it in her narrative several times that they're not related, so that it's okay that she thinks he's super hot. If you have not read it, you should. Just Google it. You'll find it.
It's kind of long.
We would like to apologize in advance for how awesome we have just made your life.
Now that you've read My Immortal, are you looking forward to Rose's upcoming book about how she found her brother and wrote My Immortal? Are you planning on reading it? Please discuss, people next to me.
I actually think that I will read the book. I would be curious because I've always wondered if My Immortal is a trollfic or if it was like being written
No,
seriously.
it's not about cannibalism, it's about Harry Potter. Cannibalism!
And I would like to know if like what the intention was, so I'm actually kind of interested in the book. I also would like to read some of her other books just to see what they're like. I'm really
How has her
curious.
writing style evolved?
I am intrigued by her book. For sure. I was always pretty convinced it was a troll fic, because there was just no way that that could be written seriously. There's always the question.
I'm only interested if Tiana does an audiobook. I will probably not read it. I do appreciate that on Twitter, when she was found, she called people preps.
Yeah, she stayed true to brand. I'm pretty proud of that. The other interesting thing is that the book now has the subtitle, like, The Search for My Brother and the True Story of My Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
That subtitle did not exist before the internet found out who she was.
Here's the question. Were people supposed to find out who she was? Because, like, that has to only be good for the
No.
publishing company.
The publishing company had a deal with her that she was not supposed to reveal that stuff until whatever time they decided.
The homies found her.
Then the internet found out, which is just proof that you
But the
cannot.
publishing company said it, right? The publishing company was like, it isn't this woman. We have a contract with the woman who wrote My Immortal. And they were like, it time.
Yeah.
So it's the publishing company's fault. I'm sure that they're not mad at her. But I wonder, like, what the big press release was going to be. Like, was she just going to, like, get on stage? They're going to be like, this is a press release with our upcoming author. And she would just be like, by the way, I wrote My Immortal preps by. And then, like, and gone. Or was it, like, how are they going to do it? I still
And
want
will
them
people
to do it.
believe her? Or would they be like, she's trying to steal credit?
Well, and that's the other interesting thing too, is the publishing company being behind it, I think, is a big part of it because
Yeah.
they,
Give it legitimacy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they apparently like had her investigated to see if
Ooh.
it really was her.
What if it's
yeah,
not true?
Really?
yeah, she had to be vetted. There was a background check. She had to prove that she was the original
But, like,
writer.
how can one prove that?
With time and date stamped created documents. It's kind of exciting that a mystery like that has been solved. It's kind of mind-blowing that it took 11 years for people to actually get to the truth. I suppose that's like a little bit props to Rose for being good enough to keep that hidden, but a lot more props to the internet for proving that no secret is safe.
I feel like the publishing company just messed up and we were still watching.
We're always watching. The internet, that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is the internet is always watching.
Except not right now because this video's over. You're not watching it anymore. Goodbye!
I'll see you tomorrow.